Hey everybody, we are back in the woods, and I'll tell you, today we are going to show you guys the proper way to hang a hang-on stand on, and we're with our good friend Mike from River's Edge Tree Stands. Hey, I'll tell you, Mike, you know, it's again, my favorite time to hang tree stands is in the spring like this, but you know what? The older I get, the more cautious I am when it comes to start hanging stands on. And so I thought to myself, you know, what a great way for you to come out here and show me, and for me to be able to show everybody else the proper way, obviously, because you know there is a lot of accidents that happen when guys and gals are hanging tree stands.
Yeah, there absolutely is, and I think hang-ons are probably the most common accident, that or climbers,
Okay.
depending on the situation. But a lot of the technology that's been developed over the last few years, it is safe to hang them. If you do everything right and you follow the instructions and use all the equipment that's available today, it's plenty safe, and I'll show you how to do that today. So the first step to putting up this hang-on is we got the first climbing stick up, and now got to get harnessed up here. Like I said before, recommend, you know, if you're going to do this quite a bit, you can either use the harness that comes with the tree stand, which is perfectly functional, but takes a little bit of adjustment each time, or you can get a aftermarket. A lot of great ones out there on the market that meet ASTM standards, and get a good aftermarket harness that fits you and is adjusted and that you like to use, so that you actually use it. Got that, my climbing belt ready. I'll show you how to use that and put up climbing sticks safely. So the nice thing here is once you get your climbing belt positioned, you frees up your hands to actually put on the climbing sticks or the tree stand once you get to the height that you want to be up. So that's what I mean by making it easier. You use the climbing belt, makes it comfortable, you feel safe. And if anything did malfunction on a tree stand, or you didn't maybe put a strap on correctly and you fell, this would actually suck you into the tree and you wouldn't hit the ground. So using climbing belt, I really like it for hanging hang-on stands. Today we're putting up these grip rails. These are great. These are easily my favorite stick to put up. They're not connected, so if the tree's a little bit irregular and you gotta kind of, on this tree, I think we'll start out on this side, we'll wrap around a little bit to the left. It's nice. They're not connected, so you can independently hang each one, but yet they're nice and wide, and they got grippy surface up on top, and they kind of capture your feet. And like you can see right here, I got both feet at one level. It's very comfortable. It's very safe. It's like I said, it's my favorite climbing stick. They work just fine because you're sucking especially with these grip rails, they really bite into the tree. The problem with ratchet straps is that there's actually a fairly high failure on a ratchet strap because, you know, the internal, you're relying on the little pins in the internal mechanism. Where here, all you have is one spring that can fail, and the way it bites, they just don't fail quite as often. And with this stick in particular, you can get it just as tight. So you get it up there, get the strap around, and then, you know, put some weight on it. Put all your weight on it. Slide it down, it pulls that strap extremely tight. And that stick is on there. And then you can keep climbing. Loosen my climbing belt just a little bit. So all you're doing once you get the rope around the tree is you're just sliding it through like a noose, right? It's got a loop on it. You just put it through, pull the entire rope through. Get it well above where you want to put the hang-on stand. And then what I like to do is once I get it tight around the tree like this, I like to actually go through again. That way it won't loosen up as easy. So it's like a double loop through nothing fancy, simple. It's a double loop through the end of it. All right, so now we got that done. And now it's nice because now I can take my tether, hook up to the safety rope, the carabiner here, thread it to make sure it doesn't fall out. And now I can climb down the tree, take off the climbing belt, and it's easier for me, less encumbered to climb down the tree, but I'm still connected in case I were to misstep or slip or there were ever any kind of equipment failure. So I'll just drop the climbing belt there out of the tree. Now that we're up here safely connected to the rope, I'm going to once again put on my climbing belt. If you got the climbing belt on, it's like 10 times easier, right? To free up both hands and deal with this tree stand. This light foot's a little bit easier to hang than most stands. It's only about 14 pounds, so it's not so bad. One thing you'll notice is I'm putting the hang on actually below my top climbing stick a little bit, just so I have something to hold on to as I climb onto the stand, so that I'm not, trying to hold on to the tree, or so I don't have anything to hold on to when I'm making that final step onto the stand. The other thing is that I got the strap as tight as I can get it, and I got the platform folded up, and this is the whole point of a lever action hang on, which is what Bigfoot is known for. So with the platform up like this, you get the strap tight, and then you push down as much as you can, and then you lever that platform down, and that actually pulls the uprights away from the tree, maybe 3/4 of an inch, and it gets that strap extremely tight. So now that thing is just rock solid to the tree. You're not going to have any kick out issues as you step onto the stand. Now I'm going to step onto the stand. Like I said, make sure I got my rope connected, my harness is connected, and we're ready to roll here. Not a bad little spot. Got a little trimming to do, but this looks like a spot you might kill a deer.
Hey, Mike, I'll tell you, for a guy that doesn't consider himself an expert on tree stands, I certainly, myself, I've hung a lot of tree stands in my lifetime, and I learned quite a bit of stuff today. So I'm hoping you guys and gals have learned a lot too, and I really appreciate it. Hey, if you guys are looking for great tree stands and great products, make sure you guys go and check out River's Edge Tree Stands. And Mike, let's tell everybody a little bit more about what really separates you guys from a lot of other companies that are out there. There's a lot of good tree stands.
Yep, a lot of tree stand companies out there. We've been at it a long time, and it's kind of a tough category to be at a long time, because it's a litigious world, and unfortunately, when you're putting people way up in the air, people are going to hit the ground every once in a while, and and even if it's not your fault, they're likely to sue you, and it's sometimes tough for tree stand companies to stay in business.
Right.
So we don't cut corners.
Good point there.
We're hunters, and we use this stuff, and so we make sure that what we make is safe and something that we would use ourselves.
That sounds good. Hey, Mike, let's tell everybody how they can check out River's Edge Tree Stands, and so they can check out all the great products that we have.
Yeah, so it's huntriversedgetreestands.com is our website. Parent company is Artisam. You can also get there through that website, ARDISAM. We have a lot of great brands, a lot of different outdoor products for you guys to check out, and you can navigate to River's Edge Tree Stands from there and see our full line.
Awesome. Hey, everybody, again, River's Edge Tree Stands, and remember, like I always say, no doubt, it is a great day to be alive, and we'll see you again a little later.